Who? Who? Hey guys, how's it going? It's Hoots. Now, I want to do a reaction video to the latest King of the Hill season trailer, season 15. Now, of course, I don't want to cause any ruffling feathers with Hulu and Disney, so I want to add a little disclaimer here. See that? See that, Disney? Now you can't copyright claim me. Now you can't. No, but seriously though, the following footage you're about to see belongs to Hulu and Disney. So with that being said, I'm gonna have the volume slightly down. You know what I'm saying? Slightly down. So it's not too loud. But you know what I mean? I don't want to be too low, but at the same time, I don't want to, you know, Disney. So with that being said, let's turn this music. Actually, let's keep this music up here. Make sure you guys can hear me. And yeah, let's turn this music down a little bit. Let's get to it. By the way, I'm eating Mickey Donald's, my chicky nugs and my fries. So I'm gonna mute my mic while we watch it. And if I have something to say, I will speaketh up.
Hank, we have plenty of time now that Bobby's out of the house.
Maybe I could do something with my hands. Like I always say, never leave home without your welder's kit.
He does always say that, but I still often forget.
So, I like this little thing of him rebuilding old techs, big techs, from the episode where Luann just hijacks the big gorilla off. And it's like Hank Propane not getting respected, you know. Also the fact that these guys are a couple, finally. I mean, they were dating in like the previous seasons of the original series, but like maybe this could actually be, you know, an actual attempt at a relationship. I just hope nothing, you know, comes between them. Anyways.
Thanks for coming home with me this weekend.
Now that we're dating, it's important your parents know I'm a man.
Bagman, carry Connie's bags to the door, then be gone.
She called me a man.
So, one thing, even though they hate each other, they both can still hate Bobby. You know what I'm saying? They're like, man, we're divorced, man, but we also hate Bobby, so that's something we get along with. Also, we see who coming out of Bill's house but Con. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm still not 100% on board with the new voices. I agree with Squirrel Tactics. It just takes it out. It just takes me out of it. It's not as bad as Ted Wasanasan's, but it's still not Toby Haas, you know? Then again, I get why. I just don't agree with the whole diverse casting thing. You know what I mean? If you're good at it, if it's not like overly offensive, which I agree, Cons was, but it's still iconic. Anyways.
Hello, redneck cohort.
Looks like Bobby and Connie are official. Talking about doing no dang old hard launch, man.
Damn you, Bobby Hill!
Peggy, that's against golf etiquette.
What does golf etiquette say about me jamming this club into your mouth?
It's frowned upon.
You can definitely see that competitive nature in Peggy. Acting competitive even when it's a calm game like golf. And we come back to Hank Hill playing some good old golf like his season 1 episode with Willie Nelson. Maybe there's, you know, some parallels with that. Maybe Hank will talk about his dreams. Well, he already talked about her dreams with, you know, maybe those past episodes can get brought up. Also, I think when Boomhauer said hard launch, them being a couple, Bobby and Connie, that might be the hard launch episode. You know what I mean? But anyways, we also see Hank and Peggy on a couple, a relationship, a canoeing thing, maybe for couples, and maybe they're leading it when in fact they don't have the best communication skills. You know, Hank and his, I ain't giving no feelings to no one, cause you know how my dad raised me. And of course we know how Cotton raised him, so it's like, yeah, no, it's gonna be an interesting episode for them to try and, like, you know, try and get to explain how relationships work to couples, but at the same time, them guys not having the most you know, talkative relationship, I guess you can say.
Hank and I have learned our communication skills could be a little better.
She's got a crush on you. Oh, no. It's not what it looks like. What the Connie?
I feel like there was something missing from that scene. Normally, whenever this random chick kisses Bobby, if someone kisses someone and, like, a misunderstanding and she's like, how dare you kiss someone, and it's like, no, wait, and then they leave, there's always them kissing them. Like, it shows them actually leaning into the kiss. But this one, Bobby clearly didn't want to be kissed. He freaked out. He almost did the blah, which we do get a blah, but it's just like, I don't know. You know, I think there was a misunderstanding. Hopefully this doesn't lead to, like, Connie doing something stupid, you know? And hopefully this doesn't lead to the chick that kissed Bobby to go away scot-free, you know? Like, I think that's a firing offense. That's her boss, isn't it? You know what I mean? So, yeah. Bobby's her boss, so maybe she gets kicked to the curb or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of King of the Hill stuff this season not having any consequences. You know what I mean? The brat deliberately slamming into Connie. You know that one where she dislocates her shoulder? Nothing happened, and he deliberately did it. But anyways, let's get back to the show. Here we see an unknown caller about to scam Peg and Hank because they don't know about AI voice tracking or AI voice masking, you know what I mean?
I'm in jail. Send me money for bail.
Nancy,
Hey, guys.
y'all have been scammed.
Y'all been scammed. I'm in jail. Send money for bail. I am in jail. Send money for bail. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro. Why would you just do it over the phone? Why not go over to, like, Nancy and, like, or, you know, if you don't see, this is the whole thing with these stupid Indian scammers. And yeah, that sounds racist, me saying Indian scammers, but it's where 99.99% of them are. Or Nigeria, you know, the Nigerian, I am a Nigerian prince, and if you send me $200, I will send you my fortune. You know, like, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Go to the police station, or ask what police station they're in. Ask some questions, because as soon as they get pressed, dial tone. You know what I'm saying? It's just so hard to figure out what's real and what's not unless you ask questions. You know what I mean? Chances are they're not going to call from an unknown number. You know what I mean? Oh, by the way, I apologize for saying that a lot. Know what I mean? The old Ernest P. Worrell bridge sentence statement. I'm trying not to say it as much, but when I'm off the cuff, that's That's the word I use all the time to end a sentence or connect one. And I'm trying my best to wean myself off of that. Just the same way I'm trying to not to say ums or You know what I'm saying? Just random. That see? You know what I'm saying? That's it's a bread and butter statement.
Keeps us prepared and protected.
Well, maybe you aren't that guy anymore.
Bobby makes a good point. Hank's always that guy. You know what I mean? Hank has always been that guy that's there for his family and all that. But what if he's not that guy anymore? You know? And what if Bobby isn't that guy either? There might be some context that we're missing here about Bobby being mad at Hank. Because we know how Hank can be. We know how Bobby can be. Also, I like how Bobby, if I'm not mistaken, this is Bobby's truck. I love that Bobby gets a red truck like his dad. Except it's
Electric.
only Hank would make that face. I hope they don't think that's my truck. It's electric. Like, bro. I guess Hank isn't a. I mean, at least it looks like his red truck. You know what I mean? Which he still has that one truck. I can't think of the episode or season. After his old truck got hit by a train, and it made him cry because there's water in the radiator. Tragic tale. He gets a new one, and he sees Bobby's new truck, and he's like, I hope no one thinks that's my truck, cause it's electric.
It's showtime.
He thinks we're just a bunch of freaks and weirdos.
I never said that loud enough for you to hear.
Okay, so the comeback hits the comeback hits continue. Yeah, so a few things here. We get them playing some tackle football, and Hank knocks over Dale, leading to. Now you could say that he gets injured here, but I think that's just Dale being Dale. You know, soft, cause he's a towel boy. He was a towel boy in high school. You know, he was never in the trenches. He was never a running back or a defender or a quarterback like Boomhauer. But yeah. Now there's debate on whether or not that's Bobby in that costume shooting the shirt backwards at that one guy. And then we get Hank Hill and Comic-Con. If I'm not mistaken, that's Comic-Con. And we get, in my opinion, it reminds me of the episode when Hank Hill went to college. And what was it? There was a woman with like a sexism shirt. And he stared at her shirt, and she's like, "Yeah, they're breasts." And she's all like, "Yeah, they're breasts. Get over it." You know what I'm saying? And then of course Hank gets someone to be like, "Oh, he thinks we're just a bunch of freaks." And Hank has to defend himself in a room full of weirdos. You know what I'm saying? You know, just. I mean, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't go to one of these, but it's like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? I'd love to be a cameo in one of the episodes, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's like, he thinks we're a bunch of freaks and weirdos. I never said that.
Loud enough for you to hear.
And of course we see, you know, we got this this moment of the lady sitting in the spot where the guys usually are, with the little fan and stuff. And I think it's I think that's like the heat wave. And I don't know if that's the little sleep deprived delirium, but you know, they're sitting there giggling. And there's an episode we see. Let me rewind it back to the Buck Strickland part.
Knew we could count on you, honey.
Clearly something happened with Buck, and I'm thinking it might have something to do with Buck starting a team. Maybe Buck is reopening Strickland. Because we see the shirts, they got the shirts. And maybe Buck wants to reopen Buck Strickland. Or Strickland Propane. And they want Hank to, you know, but Hank's retired. So it's like, we know we can count on you, honey. And maybe Hank's like, well, I'm not doing it. And they have to convince him or something. That might be an interesting episode. And then we get to the moment where we get the new dog, you know, this little... Now this might be Hank accepting that he's coming back to Propane. He's got the strap on him, you know, the welding strap. Maybe he's accepted that, you know, he needs Propane, you know. And maybe we can finally get him as a, I don't know, a manager. You know, a manager. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can get him as a manager. But that's just my hope. Anyways, look at that little guy. Look at that little guy. You know, I don't know if they're going to address Ladybird. I mean, they're going to have to. Like, they're gonna have to address Ladybird sometime. Maybe this is when they get the new dog, you know? And accept that Ladybird's gone. Ladybird. The dog is yapping at something. What is he barking at?
What are you barking at?
And we get the Hank Hill whoa, out of Bobby. Wow, we get a Bobby Hill whoa. And of course we get everyone reacting the same way, you know.
Oh, good God in heaven.
Connie!
What's all the fuss?
We were just warming each other up.
Stop.
That's enough.
Shut up.
July 20th can't come any quicker, you know what I'm saying? July 20th can't be here any sooner. So anyways, I think that's gonna be it. You know what I mean? I think that's it. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of the latest trailer of King of the Hill in the comments. Like, share with your fam and cheese, and comment what you think of the new season of King of the Hill. Are you excited for Bill and Con roommate adventures? Do you think they'll get back together by the end of this season? Or maybe lead up to a possible reunion for Con and Min? Will Bobby and Connie reconcile after the kissing fiasco? We'll find out. In King of the Hill Season 15 and July 20th. Until then, I'll see you Hoots when you visit the Owlery again. And I get my hoot in the dark. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your fam and cheese. And subscribe and join the Parliament of Hoots today. Check out my other socials like Twitter, Instagram, and even Twitch, even though I'm hardly ever on there anymore. And check out my PlayStation Network account. Also, don't forget to head on down to the Hoot Shop to check out all the Hoot merch today. Check out these videos on the screen, it'll take you to more of my content. Until then, I'll see you when you visit the Owlery again. And I get my hoot in the dark.